Hey, JC here at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore at 6725 West Central Avenue. That is Toledo, Ohio. 43617-419-531-6097. Instagram at JC's Comics and More. www.jcscomicsandmore. And email jcscomicsandmore@hotmail.com. All that is in the description below. Of course, we've got Chuck ready to go. We've got Joel on the Steadicam. Thank you, Joel. And we're ready to crack open some comics. See, these books look, got stuff a little banged up. Got a nice little puncturous hole in that one there. So hopefully does not translate to product inside being damaged as well. Well, for one thing, air. As long as it hit air, it's okay. So we've got this cool book right here, the DC Ultimate Character Guide New Edition. This thing is only $17. Can you believe that? 17 bucks. Everybody's alphabetical in there, so certainly something to pick up for yourself, or if you got a nephew or a niece, or just somebody you know that's going to really love something really cool like that. Come on down. The price is right. We do have 2 of those available currently. If I do sell out, I can probably get more in. Here we have the Save the Date, the free comic book day sticker for the door. Although, gosh, you know, that's in May. Do we need to be getting that stuff already? Here we have The Batman Who Laughs. This is limited to 300 copies. Signed in ink by Scott Snyder. This is number 43. Got to set aside for a customer. You know who this is. You know this is here for you now. You know you've come looking for it. Got our eternal correspondence. Gives me some news about the industry. Got a Doom Patrol poster. Why they've got Cyborg in this, I'll not ever know. They sent me a few of these. Let's put those up so people can see. We've got Hellboy. Hellboy Day is coming up on, I believe, the 23rd. So we got some Hellboy posters to put up as well. Some Dark Horse posters. Looks like we got some Hellboy double-sided posters to give out on Hellboy Day. Got an issue of Cave Woman here. Okay, cover up the naughty bits, but a very sexy cover there. So he's going to be happy to get that. Let's see. Happy. Oh, we got Happy returns on March 27th. And got a couple of poster for there. Got the poster for this book called. Quick, what's that called? You can't tell me, can you? Because it's the letters aren't. It's not legible immediately. It's called Excellence. Sometimes people overthink the lettering, try to get too fancy. You're not doing death metal band logos here, people. Brand new Transformers series, issue 1. I did something I had not done with Transformers in a while. I actually bought shelf copies. I got 2 people who buy Transformers, buying 1 copy extra of each cover to put out. So 1 copy will get set aside for a customer, and then 1 copy will get put out. Marvels. This is the reprint book, book 2 of 4. Robin Hood Outlaw. These are set aside for customers. Grimm's Tales of Terror, number 13. Again, both those covers are set aside for customers. The Avengers No Road Home, issue number 5. I'm sure this will sell as fast as the previous issue, so I cut way back too far on that title. And now I'm scrambling a little bit to try to catch and try to make sure people that need it can certainly get the copies they want. Buffy number 3 from Boom Studios. This book has been coming out on a very quick basis. Here we got the new Ms. Marvel number 1, Magnificent Ms. Marvel number 1. We'll see how this sells. Took a little bit more of a chance on this issue. Bought more copies than I usually did. More than doubled my orders. Hopefully, I'm not regretting that. Cover A of the new Zorro. I see Headlopper in here. And you guys going to want a Headlopper. So I'll make sure I put a copy aside. This is always a fun book. So make sure a copy of that has been set aside. Let's pull the rest of these comics out of this box. Oh, I know somebody's going to be really very, very happy to see this. His copy of It Came Out on a Wednesday. So your copy's here waiting for you. So you're going to be very happy about that. Another copy of that. Marvels with the Alex Ross cover. And let's see, here we have Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen number 6. This is the variant on Spider-Gwen number 6. This will probably be a bit of a hot book. I probably didn't buy as many as I should have, but I'm trying not to eat too many copies. But Spider-Man and Carnage. So we'll see how quickly these things fly out the door. Spawn Kills Everyone 2. So takeoff on the Amazing Spider-Man cover with Venom and Spider-Man. I know somebody's going to be very happy to get that. Issue number 9 of Catwoman. Never rob a thief and never gyp a gypsy either. If you're wondering what that's in reference to, go back and look at my my Marvel horror videos I just posted. We got Wolverine The Long Night. Had somebody in just buying a 1 and 2 of that. I'm down to 1 copy of 1. And I think I'm down to 2 copies of 2 right now. So if you wait too long, it'll be too late. Calamity Kate. No Jane here. Okay, this box is done. Throw that onto the bones of the other boxes. Let's get this box cracked open. See how quickly I can get this done. Not be yammering on too long. I see Van Helsing. I see Flash. I see Marvelous X-Men. And I see Superman. So we'll start with the Man of Steel. This has been really good with Brian Bendis. You got his son John as Jor-El, Wrath of the Crime Syndicate. I cannot wait to read this. This will be one of my books. I think this is one of my must-reads these days. And if it's not one of your must-reads, you need to take a look at it. Maybe change that thought process. General Grievous. That's the concept drawing. Make sure that gets set aside. We got Little Bird, chapter 1. I'm not sure what kind of interest is going to be on this comic. Looking through it, I see the artwork is very heavily Mobius influenced. So this might be pretty good. I'm going to have to make sure I get a copy aside for myself for right now. It's rare if I'm impressed by Image these days. Star Trek Discovery. Make sure a couple of those copies get set aside for people that want those. Dig deep here. Burn through this box quickly. Another Star Trek Discovery. As you can see, I did not buy very many of those. Here's the cover A's of the overdue Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder in Hell. Again, got a customer that's going to want a copy of that, so make sure he is taken care of. So we've got Wonder Twins number 2. And guest starring Changeling. It says Beast Boy, but at one point when the new Teen Titans came out, George Perez and Marv Wolfman changed his name from Beast Boy to Changeling. And somewhere along the line it got moved back to Beast Boy. Call him Changeling. Changeling's a little bit better because he's no longer a boy. But Wonder Twins number 2. Here we have one of the variant covers on that Marvels. Again, I'm not buying very many copies of this. It's an $8 comic. Did not sell out of issue 1, so I have scaled my orders back. And in the tradition of a lot of the comics that have come out, the Superman number 9, with a cover by the amazing, the talented, the master himself, Rob, out of left field. Look at that there. Man, Jim Lee should break all his pencils. Mark Bagley, go to the retirement home. When you got guys, John Romita Jr., please, put a bag over your head. You got artwork like this here. Man, everybody else just is second rate. Here we've got Apocalypse and the Extracts. This is the first issue of this. I did not buy very many copies of that. I don't expect that to be... the whole Age of X-Men stuff's been selling okay, but has not been selling any great means. X-Men, Uncanny X-Men Winter's End. I bought very lightly on that as well. Here we got Grimm's Tales of Terror number 13. And I might call this Damage. I don't know if you can see in the camera. It's all kinds of spattering on here. I don't know if that was a printing error or what it is. I don't know if you can really see that or not. But I'm going to definitely call that in as a damage because my customer that gets all those Grimm's Fairy Tales, he deserves a little bit better. The Empty Man. Make sure that gets set aside. I think I've got another copy of the Empty Man, or I might have. Make sure I get set aside for one of my other customers. Here we've got the cover B of The Flash by Tim Sale. I've got a customer that's a big Tim Flash fan. Yeah, so I have to make sure I get set aside for him. Or Tim Sale fan. Here we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer 3. Another variant cover. Of course, they've got lots of different covers. Black Knight, cover B. Set aside for my Xenoscope customer. Here we've got Hawkman. It's Hawkman number 10. That's the cover B of that. Did not put much faith into that. We've got Surrey number 6. Make sure a couple of copies get set aside for some people that come in here, because I did not buy very many of those. Unfortunately, it does not sell as well as I would like, or many would like to think it sells. We've got the Spider Villains cover on X-Force number 4, Spidey versus the Beetle. Beetle's one of the first Spider-Man villains I can ever recall. I had a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 94 was bought for me. He fought the Beetle in that issue. And also I got a chance to see the origin of Spider-Man for the very first time with that. Here's another Star Wars Age of Republic, General Grievous. So make sure copies get set aside. And that was also the regular cover of General Grievous. And speaking of regular covers, Here's the regular cover of Hawkman. Hawkman number 10. This makes 10 issues in a row. Brian Hitches has got this. Has done Hawkman. And guess what? Unlike Gary Frank, and again last week I did talk about Gary Frank. I love Doomsday Clock. That newest issue. Oh my freaking God! Hope it's not late. Hope the next issue's not late. But Brian used to be always a late artist, and I don't know what happened, but he's getting his stuff out on time again. It's good to see. Good to see people doing their job. Here's a Star Wars Age of Republic General Grievous Greatest Moments variant, 8 of 36. Doomed. So, again, make sure a copy of that gets set aside for one of my big Star Wars collectors. We've got James Bond. Cover C of James Bond. Okay, shenanigans he's getting into. Here we've got the regular cover, issue number 10 of X-23. So again, copy that gets set aside for one of my regulars. Here we've got the Skrulls variant on Winter's End. So we have Hit Girl, number 2 of the new series. Got an Amanda counter cover there. So we've got Amazing Spider-Man, number 17. Hunted, part 1. I'm going to have to see if I can reorder some of these. But this might be selling better than expected. Comics being set aside for some people. Auntie Agatha's Home of Wayward Rabbits I could set aside. So we got another Buffy. Number 3, another variant. This is Iceland 9000 CE. I'm not sure what CE is supposed to stand for. But I did spend some time in Iceland. I spent 2 years in Iceland, in Keflavik, Iceland. That is a fact right there. Here we go. This is Spawn 294. I just got some reorders of these, so I got some more reorders of those. So I'm going to make somebody happy, hopefully. So we got Van Helsing. Cover A. So put one out, and then one will go out. Hit Girl, cover B, the black and white cover, just one copy. James Bond, cover D to go with the cover C. And this is a well sought after book this week. Batman the Grim Knight, this is the one shot. So I'm looking forward to reading that. That cover is by Jock. Got a whole slew of copies here. See, it's very, very good artwork. Thought I had enough order. I may have to reorder some more of those. I just might. I just might grab it. I just might. Right. Almost through this box. Here we got LaGuardia, issue number 4. My one copy set aside for my customer that wants it. And I see we have the final cover to Marvel's, the Virgin cover. Bought just one copy. I ate copies of that first issue, an $8 book. I don't like eating $8 comics. Red Hood Outlaw, number 32. Taking on the Penguin. The Penguin don't like him too much because he shot him in the face. I can't say I blame him. I don't think I'd like somebody if I got shot in the face either. Cover B of George R.R. Martin, Clash of Kings. Winter Soldier, issue number 4. I think this is a 5-issue miniseries. It's hard to tell. Marvel does not tell you. They keep you in the dark. Dark Ark, number 15. Again, make sure a copy gets set aside for one of my regulars. So we've got Wonder Woman number 66. Got the regular cover. Got a Terry Dotson cover there. A very nice Terry Dotson cover. Got G.I. Joe number 4. Silent Option. Gets set aside for one of my regulars. Tales of Terror number 13. We got 2 copies, so 1 copy will go out and 1 copy will get set aside. So we've got the new issue, issue 6 of Blackbird. I just absolutely just love these covers. Look at it, it's just gorgeous. And that is cover A on that. Issue 4 of The Freeze. So make sure the copy that gets set aside for a regular. Okay, I see the Goon. I see Amazing Spider-Man. I see Marvelous X-Men number 2. I also see a damaged copy on Marvelous X-Men number 2. This is number 2, Marvelous X-Men. As you can see, this is scuffed up here, so I'm going to call that in as a damage. So we got James Bond Origin. This is cover A, so we got A, C, and D. Cover A gets set aside for a regular. By Night, number 9 from Boombox. That gets set aside for a regular. Let's see, we got the cover B's of Red Hood Outlaw number 32. Got the Goon Spring Special number 1. This is $5.99. I believe that's a Kevin Nolan cover. So there's a guy that's a big Goon fan. I've not seen him in here in a while, so he might miss out and miss that copy if he doesn't make his way in here. And here's a variant cover for the Spider-Man Hunted. Again, cannot wait to read that. And here's the other cover. This is cover A of the Transformers. We had the cover B's already, so taking a chance on that. Animosity from Aftershock. That gets set aside. Oblivious Song. Issue number 13. Make sure copies of those get set aside for a couple of my regulars. Keep them happy. This is a retailer variant for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder in Hell number 2. Again, I got one guy that every copy gets set aside for him. This is cover number 6. You wouldn't really know because I guess that's supposed to be Jim Lee because it says James Lee, but you can't put cover up here. You couldn't put cover up here. That's pretty weak, and that is cover B on that. Yet another Buffy cover. You might think it's a Veronica cover, but yet another Buffy cover. Again, you can't put Buffy over top here. It makes these comics hard for me to sell. I might stop ordering those Virgin covers because they're not selling. X-23 Spider-Man Villains with the Rhino. House of Muck number 5. That gets set aside for a customer. And we've got more copies of the Goon. This is the Eric Powell cover. Got a new spinner rack. I might be ordering another one of these spinner racks. But make sure a copy of the Goon gets set aside for one of my regulars. Here we have the Black Knight, cover C. That gets set aside for my Zenoscope fan. Batman Who Laughs, the Grim Knight. This is the cover B. I think it's pretty damn nice. And again, with what I ordered, I may not have ordered enough. I might have to try to reorder more copies back in stock. I'm not sure if it's 6 o'clock yet, but I need to maybe call Diamond before 6 o'clock. Cover B of James Bond. So A, B, C, and D. So got four James Bonds there. And we got 2 Transformers. And all the rest of these are all Batman Who Laughs, the Grim Knight. Then finally, looks like I got another number 4 of Silent Option from G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero. And Rat Queens number 15. If you do like these videos, certainly subscribe. When you do subscribe, be sure to smash that bell for notification. When you smash that bell, that way you'll be assured to know when I post these videos, and try to share these videos on whatever Facebook or comic groups you have to be part of. Other than that, I appreciate it. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. Have a very great New Comic Wednesday tomorrow.